welcome to Outcast Collective podcast, where we talk an array of topics from movies, TV, comics, and more. This week, in particular, we are focusing on TV and comics. And more specifically, even a single comic and TV show called Outcast. I was blown away when I found out that Robert Kirkman, the creator of Walking Dead, had a new project he was working on called Outcast. And so I grabbed the first comic and I read through it and went, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Right into the wheelhouse of something that we really enjoy is demon possession movies and stuff. And we get into it. Me and Janelle do. We had a lot of fun talking about it. We had a lot of fun watching it. And we are dying for episode 2 and just the whole fucking season. I'm going to let us just roll right into it. We recorded last night, going up this morning for everybody to enjoy. This is a spoiler-filled review of episode 1, and we talk about where you can find it, how you can watch it. That's not just on...
So I read the comic earlier, and okay, Janelle's going to love this. Exorcism's one of our favorite movies. We love demon possession. It's just a awesome thing because it's something that is tangible, something that feels mild, real, exactly. And so I read this and I went, okay, this is going to be a fucking awesome show. Not only does it share our name, which I was like blown away when I heard the interview with Robert Kirkman. I'm like, all right, so he's doing Outcast. What is this Outcast thing? And I was just like, oh my god. And that was what I was amazed at. I was like, I loved watching it because it was like some of the bubbles, the entire panels, were literally just thrown up on the screen. It was fucking cool.
Yeah, you showed me the comic, and it really is aligned with the first episode.
Oh, 100%. There's a couple differences.
There's a couple.
Like when he's at the supermarket, instead of running into the two ladies that recognize him, he actually meets the preacher there. The preacher's at a gas station on the opposite side, and he's like, is that you, Kyle? And I'm like, all right, this is cool, so I get it where this is going.
I think they could have probably did it either way, and we still would have fell into the story the way we did. But it's a supermarket. You're gonna run into those people more, obviously. So, as a screenplay writer, that makes sense. But at the same time, you really could have went either way.
The differences between the comic and the show is fine. Those two ladies,
they're very subtle.
Oh, they're completely subtle.
Very subtle differences.
Yeah, the ladies almost say the same thing as the pastor does, just from their perspective, and I think that is probably.
I think they kind of went into, because when he was in the aisle, it was that lady at the cash register. She looks at him like, "Oh, it's you." So it felt almost kind of right to have two other ladies come in and do this scene. Yeah.
Well, it's showing the two sides of it. Obviously, they know what happened. And apparently Kyle had beat his wife and kids, got in trouble for it, and so he's ripped from them. He can't go see them. He's not supposed to call them. As when we see he gets the little flip phone.
Right,
thing.
But she almost seems like, can you just, when I say your name, can you just say it's you? Because I think she knows what she did in a way, but at the same time, when you kind of, if you go off of, just past demonistic possession movies, a lot of people lose their memories. So she might not remember what happened to her. Yeah. And so she might have been explained. He might have tried to explain it to her, but she didn't understand. She didn't know. All she sees is you beat the shit out of me. You ripped me out. You ripped me off my child. You threw me across the room. But they haven't really showed that either. They just show her attacking him. So we don't know exactly what she does to him or what he does to her at this point.
Yeah, we don't know the full extent.
But usually when you go through something like that, you don't remember who you were or what happened to you when you're possessed. Right. Well, yeah. So I'm sure she's sitting there, sober from possession.
Yeah.
Sober from possession, going, you beat me, why'd you do that, or you hit me, or you did something. And so she left because she was afraid of him. Well, but she didn't know why she was afraid of him.
If I had my best guess, his little girl's like nearly passed out, because it looked like, even in the comic and in the show, that she was choking him out. So, or choking the daughter out. So she was probably trying to strangle her to death. And that's when he walks in and he throws her off her, and there's this giant fight. And so my guess is probably, as soon as the end of the possession happened, he calls the ambulance. They show up, and their immediate response is, "You did this. There's nobody to say otherwise." And
right.
Even the kid, when he gets his demon, taken out of him, he ends up. He's almost like he didn't remember anything.
But he smiles at him.
He does, but...
And is like, thank you, in a way.
Yeah, and the only thing I can assume is mom said, that guy saved you from this. And that I'm going to give that kid 100% credit. He's almost as fucking good as the girl from The Exorcist.
He did really good.
I almost wonder if that was him actually contorting himself. I wonder if he can do that.
No, I think he was... kids are limber.
Yeah.
So I really think he probably twisted a shoulder and made his arm go backwards. And I mean, it was very believable.
Well, I wonder if that maybe is even like in the casting. They're like, all right, let's bring in 7,000 fucking kids.
I need a limber one, please.
Yeah, and the if any of them can contort, you're on the top of the list. That kid was fucking. We just bought a new air conditioner. That was not what was giving me chills. That show, and I even read the comic, I knew what was going to mildly happen. That show gave me chills.
The first scene.
Yeah.
The first scene when he bashes his head on the wall into the cockroach.
My jaw was on the floor.
I didn't even know that's what I thought he was just like, oh my God, there's a bug on the wall, and I'm just going to trip on it for a second because I'm like schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And then you jump 2 feet out of your chair because he slams his face into the fucking wall.
Yeah, that wasn't in the comic. My jaw was on the floor.
I mean, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
yeah, and the kid, I mean,
and then he starts chewing on his own
right, and he's like rubbing his
hand.
face on the wall, and I'm gonna eat this too. Fuck, it was
well, then he
gnarly.
Starts chewing on his hand.
Yeah, then he eats his finger.
Yeah,
yeah, and
that was like, I mean, because you go from like, I mean, the whole first 7 minutes is you're like squeezing your armchairs, like, oh my god, and then he goes downstairs and he grabs chips, and you're like, okay. So when he grabs chips, I'm thinking, this demon is like trying to taste the world. It's salty.
So hungry.
And then he accidentally bites his finger, and he's like, oh, that's way better than these chips.
Yeah, and he takes a giant chunk out of his
finger. And then he starts
finger.
digging into his finger. I mean, the whole first 10 minutes is the most intense part of this show. I mean, this episode, for sure.
I am...
But the whole fucking episode is intense.
Yeah, I'm already sold on this. Like I said, we love The Exorcist. We love Demon Possessions. The Conjuring is an amazing fucking movie. And this just plays right into that same category, but it has a different twist to it. And it's dark and it's deep with some amazing fucking writing. And then there's this not spiritual. See, I was doing this earlier. It's not spiritual. It's not magic. It's
mystical.
Like mystic or mythical.
So what do you think that is mystic or mythical?
Well, obviously his blood has an extra bit of power. So my initial thought was, maybe he's a descendant of Jesus.
Well, and that's why I went straight to, is he a Constantine type character? Because Constantine, he just has this ability to deal with these better than preachers, better than priests, better than he was born to do this.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this character is enrolled in, is he is. And that's why they keep bugging him. You know, he's like, why do you keep bugging me? Why do you keep following me? Why do you keep doing this to me? because you're a fucking threat.
Yeah. Well,
you are our threat.
Yeah. And it seems to be he's something super special because, like, twice the kid tried sucking his soul out of him or something out of him. I would assume it's a
he's
soul.
He's got a little bit of power to understand what they're doing.
Right. So unlike Constantine, who is just a glorified exorcist. No, I know. But even then, he's still just a glorified exorcist. There's nothing special about him other than his knowledge, his ability to take down these demons.
There's a little bit something special about Constantine.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because the priest can't even do what Constantine can do.
Right? No, and that's what I mean. He's like, I don't know how to. What I'm trying to say, the difference between Constantine and Kyle is there's something in his blood.
Right.
And so they're calling him an outcast. What that outcast means, we don't know yet. I haven't read the second or third or fourth or fifth comic or whatever's out so far.
So I do hope they do come in and say why his blood is different.
I'm sure they will.
You know, what did you come from?
Yeah.
Or what caused your blood to be a demon antibiotic?
Right.
You know.
Well, I'm hoping it's not that he's just a descendant of Jesus. Because if that's the case, then you're going to lose me a little bit because I don't want that. You know, I get that there's Jesus and the Lord has to be there and all that fun stuff, but I want him to be unique and special.
Yeah,
and
anything possession, you're going to bring God into it and Jesus.
And you really have to because there's no other... I mean, that's the story. But I'm really hoping that it's something more unique. Maybe he's even angel-born. Maybe he's like...
Okay.
You know, not the Nephilim where they're like giants or whatever, but maybe he's born of an angel. You know, maybe he's even
even if he is a descent from Jesus. I mean, as long as they twist it right, you'll still have me.
Yeah. Well, you'll lose the Christian crowd if he's the descendant of Jesus because Jesus never had sex.
I don't think Christian crowd are watching.
No, probably not.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you never know. I mean.
No.
I mean, I highly doubt it. It's on Skinamax for one, so... Skinamax. I still go back to being 15 and being like, my parents are in bed, huh?
You can't advertise the wrong company while you're trying to do a recording.
No, and actually, I don't think I watch anything on Cinemax.
Which, by the way, if you want to watch the first episode, you can watch it for free. If you don't have cable... Go to YouTube, look up Outcast episode number 1, A Darkness Surrounds Him, and you'll be able to watch the first episode.
Not to be confused with Outcast Collective, which you should share, subscribe to us. We are going to be following this show. I am just completely amazed that it's called the same thing that we decided to call us, and it's something that we're like totally into. So it's like, fuck yeah.
But it's inspiring.
It is. It's awesome.
The whole Outcast word in general, what it means to us, and who we want to represent.
Kyle is an absolute complete representation of who we are interested in. We are Kyle. I mean, instantly I connected to that character.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there. I know what it means to be down, out.
Depressed.
Yeah, depressed, struggling, misunderstood.
Seeing things other people haven't seen.
Exactly.
Felt things other people haven't felt.
Yeah, 100%. And that was, I instantly read this comic and went, oh my God, Janelle's going to love this. I love this. I need to watch this show. So we sat down and watched the show.
Literally 3 minutes and I was hooked.
Oh, yeah.
And depressed instantly because I knew I wasn't going to be able to watch the next one.
I do believe the season premiere is June 10th. And in that, you're not just going to get what we already have, episode 1, but you will get episode 2.
But do you have to have Cinemax?
You do need Cinemax. I believe we're going to be able to watch it through Amazon, like we watch Preacher.
So if you don't have Cinemax, you don't have cable, you're just that, Netflix, HBO Go, nerd, whatever. You can go to Amazon, make an account.
Yeah.
Put your credit card on there. You can watch the episodes.
Yeah, Amazon's really awesome. I think it's only like $15 a month, and you get access to quite a bit. You can rent things, you can purchase things, and that's what we're doing. We were able to get Amazon. We get Preacher through Amazon.
We're gonna weigh the options.
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I know there's other options. You might even be able to pay for a Cinemax app, not through Xbox apparently, but maybe through your phone, iPads,
I haven't looked
whatnot.
at
But
the phone anyway.
this show is instantly. One episode is instantly right behind Game of Thrones. I cannot wait for episode 2.
I'm just gonna shout out. Nobody knows who the hell she is, but I'm gonna say Callie is going to be #1 fan of this, and I can't wait to tag her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the YouTube link and post it and tag her, and I'll be like, I don't care that it's 50 minutes long. You're going to watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, and
my little Christian baby that loves demons.
Yeah, and it's totally worth it, too, as well, to understand that Robert Kirkman is the creator of this. He's the same guy who created The Walking Dead, which is literally one of the #1 shows in television right now.
This is the only... I was thinking when you told me who it was, I was like, okay, I kind of think I know what I'm going to expect. And then I start watching it, and I'm going, this literally... was the only next step that you can do. I felt like Walking Dead was so it impacted everybody so much that what do you do next? And he did it. He found it.
Yeah.
He pulled it off. He wrote it. And he created an amazing show. I think this is going to be the next big... I don't know why it's on fucking Cinemax. I have no idea. Why is this not streaming on TV?
Well, I am surprised that it's Cinemax. The interesting thing is I'm
they're
totally
beating
gonna
children and beating wives, maybe.
Well, it definitely has to be a prime time, or it has to be a Netflix. It is heavy. I mean, yeah, he beats the shit out of the kid, and you see that he ends up beating the shit out of his wife, and he fights with his mother. This is heavy. To quote Marty McFly, whoa, this is heavy, Doc.
I'm surprised Netflix didn't.
I
as big as Netflix
kind of wish it was on Netflix because I would love to just sit down and watch all of them and then have a conversation about it.
My God.
But
I would die.
I'm glad this isn't on AMC because AMC would have interruptions that this show does not need.
It would have dumbed it down a little bit.
Exactly, it would have got dumbed down. You wouldn't be able to say fuck and not that you have to say fuck, but being able to express yourself that punctually, that makes for good television.
I think that if I had a Q&A with the creator, I would ask him why he didn't go Netflix. Because look at Daredevil. Look at Jessica Jones.
Yes.
These really dark, brutal shows about comics. And this is about a comic.
It is.
Why, what, I want to know kind of what perturbed you away from Netflix?
Well, it could be because of Walking Dead itself. I don't know the whole story, but I'm gonna throw it out there.
It's not big.
No, it's not. But this could be the whole point. But I'm gonna throw it out there. Nerdist, Chris Hardwick is an awesome podcast to listen to. He inspires me. He is one of the reasons why I'm sitting behind the microphone now. So he has this interview with Robert Kirkman. It's his latest podcast. That's how I found out about the TV show and comic book. He talks to Robert Kirkman, and Robert Kirkman talks about how he was at a barbecue, and in this barbecue, he ends up talking to this lady, and this was 4 or 5 years ago, and the lady's all like, hey, so what else you working on? What you got brewing? What's going on? And he just kind of splutters out this thing where I've got this guy, and he's dealing with demonic possession, and it's kind of something that's haunting him, and he's got some powers and abilities, and she's like, I'll buy it. So obviously somehow he talks to this chick probably has something to do with Cinemax is my guess. She might be a producer or something, I don't know.
I mean, I buy demonic possession shows or movies before I buy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Walking Dead. But if this would have came out at the same time, Walking Dead would have been second. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. But Robert Kirkman's amazing. He's so humble. He's funny. you should totally listen to this podcast. Him and Chris are they're fucking gems together. They're hilarious. I laugh the whole fucking time. They're so much fun. Robert's awesome. I've seen him on Talking Dead. I've seen other interviews with him. He is an amazing guy. And he has tapped into a new world. And that's
a totally badass world.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love zombies, and you can only do so much with them, but...
Yeah, this is his next step on the ladder. Like, totally.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We all fell in love with Walking Dead.
Yeah.
If you love Walking Dead, you know it's kind of being dragged down a little bit. Watch this. You're going to be like, okay, this is my new shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you everybody needs to watch this show. It's fucking amazing. I love that Cinemax put this on YouTube because it gives me an opportunity to watch it and go, oh, my God, this is so good.
Again, look up
And now
Outcast.
I'm looking for versions to be able to pay so that I can make sure that I can watch the rest of this. And it works out that I'll probably be able to see it through Amazon Prime.
Again, look up Outcast episode 1. A Darkness Surrounds Him on YouTube.
Yes.
It has like an eyeball for the the main picture. Mm-hmm. Please watch it. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, right now it's got 562,000 views.
You won't.
I mean,
be
if I could get like a quarter of that'd be kind of cool. But
no. Someday, not now.
No, again, we're totally stoked. The show is fucking awesome. It is literally sitting on the edge of the seat going, I can't wait for this next episode. It's right behind Game of Thrones.
It makes me want to dig in and do my research about, a lot of things. So eventually I might have a little blog about the whole background of these, the characters and the directors and the screenplay writers.
Yeah. And I don't know if this goes 10 or 12 or 13 episodes. I'm guessing it's probably 10, similar to Game of Thrones. So I'm looking forward to it. I love these short, intense. This is so much better than what Network Television's doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much better than what Walking Dead's doing with having to break up for the fucking commercials and all that other shit.
And the season breaks.
Yeah, the season breaks are they're fucking killer to me.
Or holiday breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am dead set. My next 10 weeks or 9 weeks or whatever the fuck it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to be.
If you don't have cable, you choose not to, you watch everything through Xbox, go to download the Amazon app.
The TV show is not on Amazon Prime, but it also has not officially premiered.
No,
it doesn't premiere until...
We're like watching this way early.
Yeah, until the next week. So it may come up there. I probably will be. I think pretty much Amazon does everything. So
yeah.
So that being said, yes, thank you for listening to us in our first review of episode 1 of Outcast on Outcast Collective.
It's amazing.
I think it's fucking amazing.
If you like scary movies, if you like demons, if you like possession, if you like mystical, deep, dark, craziness, get it. Watch it.
Yeah,
it's free.
I'm
free.
totally
go to YouTube.
Absolutely, and I'm totally sold on Kyle's character of this down and out guy who needs some version of redemption.
Yeah, he's
gonna fight his way up, and it's gonna be a long, hard battle. There's gonna be blood. There's gonna be broken bones. It's gonna be fucking amazing.
They've been tormenting him since he was a kid.
Yes.
So
yeah, for some reason, and I am so excited to figure out why.
But his blood is the trigger.
Watch for the blood.
It's the trigger.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
So thank you. Please like, subscribe, share all of our stuff on Outcast Collective. We'll file this under reviews just as well of the TV show. And we're going to do this every week. We're going to be all over top of this. We're loving this show. Again, thank you.